Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here at Seatrade Global in Miami, as we usually are this time of year. And I'm here with a familiar face, although the last time you couldn't see her face because her hair was blowing over her face. That was in her former job. Natalia Leahy, who's the CEO of now National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions, okay? And we're going to talk to her. She's only been CEO for a few months now. We've been trying to get together, and we have to come all the way to Miami, even though she goes to New York all the time. We're going to talk to Natalia about Lindblad today and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. Talia, first of all, great to see you. We've been trying to get together for a while, and you come into New York, and you're still living in Seattle, I believe, and commuting. But let's talk about this. First of all, when you took the job, what was the appeal of this job to you?
Well, first of all, it's great to see you. Great to see everyone. Next time in New York, for sure, we're getting together. Listen, as you know, I really believe in the exploration and kind of transformative power of travel. And I think I've been watching Lindblad for years now, and they really started and built and pioneered this segment of transformative travel to the places in the world where no one ever been. As you know, the founders, Sven Lindblad and his father, led the first expedition to Antarctica and to Galapagos, so over 50 years of experience in that space of taking people and really changing their perception of the world and relationships with each other. On a business side, it is a fastest growing. Adventure travel is fastest growing segment in the world, so there is tons of business opportunities.
And you had the exposure to it when you were with Seabourn, because you helped launch 2 of the expedition ships. Right?
Of course, yes. And I'm very proud of what I've done in my previous role. And I have to say that this is a whole new level of expedition experience. Unsurprisingly so, again, because there is like half of a decade of experience, and this partnership with National Geographic really sets a different tone of exploration for such a wide range of experiences that guests can have both with destinations and with naturalists and National Geographic photographers and local culinary experiences. You've been on Resolution in Antarctica.
Yeah, I did. That was my first trip to Antarctica, and it was amazing. We loved it. It was far more luxurious than I expected, actually. We had lovely cabins, and the food was great.
And that's a really great point, because people know about National Geographic and an expertise of naturalists, but they don't think about Lindblad as an experience of luxury. But it actually is. We have, as you know, very intimate, very small ships. Our largest ship is under 150 guests. And our smallest ship, we just launched a 16-guest ship, Delfina, in Galapagos, which is perfect ship for private charters, for family gatherings. And so because of this private atmosphere, family-like atmosphere on the ship, the service is excellent. Many times we have more than 1-to-1 ratio between our team members, and culinary experience is something really unique.
We had a tasting dinner. That was amazing.
Right. I was going to say, you probably had our tasting dinner, right? Which not only exposes you to some of the culinary creations that you can dream of, but also tells a story of sustainability, story of sustainable sourcing, culinary experiences. So in Galapagos, you will experience the whole range of Ecuadorian culinary experiences and culture, and that's very unique. So great, truly purpose-built company, amazing culture, growing business segment.
Oh, yeah.
And the last thing I will add is a portfolio of brands. I don't think many
All the other ones you have the bike, walking and biking and all kinds of
Yes.
things. I know them well actually.
Yes, we actually that's I think surprises people. People don't realize that Lindblad really offers a whole portfolio of adventure experiences, not only at sea but at land. Natural Habitat is our brand, which is a phenomenal experience.
Duvine is that they?
Wine bicycling is a great experience if you want to combine the bicycling and exploring the world and having a highest end culinary experience and staying somewhere in Chateau in France. The classic journeys, the Cuba tour, we are one of the very few companies that do.
I was just talking about that with my Uber driver that coming over here to see was Cuba. I said I've been to Cuba. He hasn't been to Cuba.
Yes, it's unbelievable experiences in Cuba. My personal is. I'm gonna do Morocco experiences with.
Now there, I'll go with you because I've always wanted to do Morocco. Yeah.
It's great what Classic Journeys does in Morocco. It's really exploring local culture, dining with local people, cooking at local families, experiencing the villages and artisans and. Unbelievable, and then we have Off the Beaten Path. It's quite well known.
It's incredible. You keep on naming all these operators, and there are what 5 or 6 that you have. Right?
Yes, there is 5 land brands plus our National Geographic Lindblad expedition at sea, so which we cover the entire world at sea as well, all continents and over 100 different destinations, and so it's really there is not much else one would think left. But we will be launching new products soon, so I think it will really delight all of our loyal
teaser
guests.
to what's going to happen. So, how many ships do you have today?
So we operate 21 ships. We own 12, including addition of our 2 new ships in Galapagos, National Geographic Delfina and National Geographic Gemini. So we just launched those 2 in the last couple months. So that happened with me as I was joining the
And
company.
Galapagos is amazing. I was lucky enough to do it. Actually, during COVID, I went down there when I was on an old Metropolitan touring ship, which was amazing. But I'm sure your newer ships are going to be incredible too. Plus, they're really small, right?
Well, they're all very small. All ships in Galapagos are small. From that point of view, they do like a great job, right? They're really preserving the environment. But we now have 4 ships. We're the largest partner in Galapagos and the longest really partner of that community. We support the local artisan program. Lindblad supports 2 schools in Galapagos and incredible investments in working with community on restoring local community. We just celebrated this year on one of the islands complete eradication of foreign species, and so this year but it took over 10 years of partnership. So that's what makes Lindblad unique. When they go, they don't just write a check. They really work with communities and figuring out and support scientists.
What you have to do. I mean, this is you if you're going to be in these destinations, right?
And that's what makes experience for guests so authentic, so unique, because they go and they spend time with members of local communities who share with them, and they spend time with scientists that we support, who work with local communities, who work on research that really is transformational for the environment and sustainability. And so that's not only a right thing to do, but it also adds a very unique aspect in guest experience as well.
Fantastic. Now, you go to the Arctic, you go to Antarctic, you go to Galapagos. Where don't you go? I mean, you're going all over the place, right?
We go everywhere, right? And not many people think about Lindblad as a river cruising, but we've been doing river cruising for a long time. We're doing Egypt cruise. And then
See, I didn't know that.
Yes, exactly. We are doing a Columbia River and Snake River cruising in United States, which is phenomenal experience. And by the way, we just added partnership with Food and Wine magazine because, as you know, that region is a growing wine region in the United States. And so in addition to exploring the history, we're also exploring the culture and local food. And
I've been there. That's an amazing cruise. Who do you do it with? Somebody or who's?
Food and Wine magazine.
No, but the ship itself is like.
Oh no, that's our ships.
That is your
Yeah,
ships.
those are our ships. Yes.
You know, this is because I'm okay. Now I remember because you have U.S. flag ships there.
We
Yeah.
have 4 U.S.
You know,
flagships,
I
so
was
yes.
telling the other day, and I said, you know, now there's one company, American Cruise Line, that seems to have dominated U.S. river cruising, and except for the Viking one that's down in the Mississippi, and I totally have forgotten that you actually have those ships up there.
Yes, and that also differentiates our Alaska experience as well. So we have very small ships, 4 beautiful ships, and our Alaska destination is so popular because it's such a unique experience. We don't ever have to leave Alaska because of U.S. flag, and so it's very intense and very intimate experience of Alaska. But I have to say that those destinations book so well. Our Alaska is it's practically sold out for next season. So
And you have very small ships to seeing Alaska, a very different way from the big guys who are going up there, which that's a different kind of cruise. Now, what are you tasked? What is your goal with Lindblad? What do you want to do? Well, I said you're teasing me about an announcement that's coming up, but what else do you want to do with Lindblad, and what are they asking you to do?
Yeah, so it continues. Obviously building on the success of the company, but when I look at my next 12 months, I think it's sustaining that incredible focus on guest experience and that incredible culture that Sven and the team builds, that really is passionate about delivering this unique experience of the destinations. So I promise to all the partners, all the guests, that I will continue that culture, continue innovating around destinations, and that's why I'm teasing you. We are about to launch something very new, but even more importantly, we're also working on something so new that no one has ever done before. So I'm teasing you even more, and the team is really passionate and excited, and I will continue to build it. And frankly, one of the things I would like to do is expand relationships with travel advisors and travel companies.
That was my next question, what you want to tell them about this.
Yeah, and I think that you have probably seen we invested in expanding sales force and support of travel partners. You know my belief. I really think of travel partners as being an extension of leadership team. They bring our brands to life. They really have an opportunity to influence the guests and make the right choices. And when people go to destinations like Antarctica, like Galapagos, like Arctic, which are once in a lifetime experience, it's very important to choose right brands. And I think our travel partners, travel advisors, are really enabled to help guests make right choices. So my job, is to help educate and provide right resources to travel partners to be able to do the best job they can.
And then also tell them more about what you do, because we do think of you in the vein of Antarctica, the Arctic, now Galapagos maybe, but there are all these other companies that you have that I'm sure there's some new opportunities to align all of those companies together in certain trips, right?
Absolutely. And that's where I think what's unique about Lindblad is that portfolio of all high-end adventure-focused brands. And if you have a person who went to Antarctica, they likely will have safari as a destination, and they might really enjoy divine bicycling, and they might do Kilimanjaro. By the way, I'm doing Kilimanjaro with our Thompson Safari in October. You should come.
I'll be happy. I've never done that. I've been to Kenya, but and in that area, but I've never done a safari like that. I'm sign me up. I tell you,
Yes.
if I don't sign up for one of these other things, because I don't think I'd remember you do now river cruises. And then also, I definitely just forgot that you were out in the Pacific Northwest.
Absolutely. So I would really encourage all the travel partners, travel advisors, please join our webinars. Please reach out, because Lindblad has such a wide variety of offerings for guests, both at sea and on land and on bicycling with any form of, and on feet. And I really encourage to educate yourselves, because I think we have everything that your guests are looking for when we talk about adventure travel.
Fantastic. Well, and of course the website is very simple, Expedition
.com, expeditions.com.
Expeditions.com. So, Natalia, first, it's great to see you here. It's different from seeing you out on the deck like this. Maybe next interview we'll be in some exotic locale, and we'll be trying out one of your wonderful products.
Yeah, next interview on top of Kilimanjaro, right?
All right, you got a deal there. I'm James Shillinglaw here at Sea Trade, and this is Insider Travel Report.